Construction begins with a precise site survey, confirming property lines, elevations, setbacks, utilities, and the future home's orientation. Crews locate buried surfaces and establish a permanent benchmark so every excavation and foundation elevation can be verified. Before disturbing soil, the team installs erosion controls and a stone entrance to protect roads, drains, and neighboring property. Selective clearing removes vegetation within the work limits, while protected trees and natural buffers remain undisturbed. Organic topsoil is stripped and stockpiled for later landscaping, exposing stable subsoil beneath the building area. The site is rough graded and compacted in controlled lifts, creating a firm working platform with safe drainage. Surveyors transfer the design to the ground, establishing corners, offsets, center lines, and excavation limits with exact measurements. Excavation proceeds to the basement subgrade with safe side slopes, controlled haul routes, and constant elevation checks. The crew trims footing trenches to undisturbed bearing soil and verifies each elevation before concrete work begins. Temporary dewatering keeps the excavation dry and prevents softened soil from reducing the foundation's bearing capacity. Service trenches are coordinated early, providing protected routes for water, power, and communications without future re-excavation. A compacted stone layer creates a clean, level drainage base beneath the future basement slab and foundation operations. Final earthwork checks confirm bearing conditions, dimensions, drainage, and safe access before foundation construction is authorized. Footing forms, reinforcing steel, grounding, and service blockouts are positioned to transfer the house loads safely into the soil. Concrete is pumped continuously into the footings, consolidated around steel, leveled, and prepared to receive the basement walls. Wall lines onto the cured footings, and reusable forms establish the basement's exact dimensions and openings. Reinforcement, ties, beam pockets, and utility sleeves are secured before closing the forms for inspection and placement. Basement walls are poured in controlled lifts and vibrated carefully, eliminating voids without overstressing the formwork. After adequate curing, forms are stripped, and the exposed concrete is inspected, patched, and protected from damage. A continuous waterproofing system seals joints and penetrations, protecting the basement from soil moisture and groundwater. Perimeter drains collect water beside the footings and direct it through clean stone toward a protected sump system. Exterior foundation insulation reduces heat loss, limits condensation risk, and protects the waterproofing during backfill. Underslab drains, a passive radon system, and sealed penetrations are installed and tested before they become inaccessible. Insulation, a sealed vapor barrier, and supported reinforcement prepare the basement floor for a durable, moisture-controlled slab. The basement slab is placed to elevation, consolidated, finished, and jointed to control cracking. Sill plates are anchored and the walls are backfilled carefully, leaving a square, level platform for prefabricated installation. While the foundation cures, factory teams cut and assemble dimensionally controlled wall panels under protected, repeatable conditions. Each open panel receives sheathing, lifting details, weather protection, and a documented quality check before shipment. Before lifting, the crew verifies crane capacity, ground support, rigging, communication, weather, and the controlled exclusion zone. Engineered beams and floor cassettes establish the first level, bearing precisely on the foundation and locking together mechanically. Exterior panels are lifted out in sequence, aligned to layout, fastened at their bases, and braced before crane release. Every panel is plumbed, squared, structurally connected, and sealed before the next level transfers loads onto it. Interior panels define the room layout and provide planned bearing lines for the upper floor cassettes and roof system. Second floor cassettes span between engineered bearing lines, connecting into one diaphragm while preserving the protected stair opening. Upper story panels stack over the structure below, aligning loads, windows, bedrooms, and circulation exactly as designed. Gable panels and engineered roof components complete the structural profile, with temporary bracing maintaining alignment during erection. Crews complete the engineered load path and seal panel junctions, joining factory components into one continuous building system. A post-erection survey confirms plumb, level, fastening, bracing, and opening dimensions before the structure is enclosed. Roof sheathing ties the framing together, using controlled joints and fastening patterns to create a stable structural diaphragm. Architectural shingles are installed from eave to ridge with aligned courses, protected valleys, and continuous attic ventilation. The wall weather barrier is made continuous by sealing seams, corners, transitions, and penetrations before windows arrive. Each window sits in a drained, flashed opening, allowing incidental water to exit while maintaining air barrier continuity. Exterior doors are pan-flashed, aligned, anchored, and sealed, so thresholds remain watertight and frames operate smoothly. A ventilated rain screen creates a drainage and drying space behind the siding, improving durability in a wet climate.
Fiber cement siding is installed with consistent exposure, protected joints, and required clearances above roofs, grade, and flashing.
Durable trim completes corners and openings, while the sage gable finish establishes the home's consistent craftsman character. The covered porch is structurally connected, flashed at the house, and finished with elevated drain decking and protected posts. Gutters and downspouts capture roof runoff and direct it away from the foundation, reducing erosion and moisture risk. Envelope specialists inspect flashings, sealant joints, clearances, and drainage paths before exterior details become difficult to correct. At dry-in, targeted water and air tests verify enclosure continuity, while every interior surface remains accessible for correction. Wire, duct, chase, and equipment location before crews drill or close the prefabricated panels. Drain, waste, and vent piping is sloped, supported, cleaned out, and routed through coordinated chases for reliable gravity flow. Hot and cold water lines are distributed through protected routes, with secure stub-outs, isolation points, and minimal concealed joints. Sealed supply and return ducts follow coordinated paths, preserving structure while delivering balanced airflow to every occupied room. Heat pump lines, condensate drainage, controls, and equipment clearances are prepared as one coordinated high-efficiency system. Dedicated ventilation and exhaust ducts remove humidity and pollutants through short, sealed routes with correctly separated terminations. The electrical service, grounding system, and main distribution panel establish a safe, accessible center for the home's power. Branch circuits are routed cleanly to planned boxes, with dedicated loads, protected penetrations, and organized cable support. Lighting controls, communications, alarms, and data wiring are coordinated early, so finished rooms remain uncluttered and adaptable. Fire blocking and protected penetrations limit hidden smoke movement while shielding pipes and wiring from future fasteners. Every service penetration is sealed to restore the air control layer without blocking drainage, movement, or future maintenance. Before concealment, plumbing, ductwork, grounding, and circuits are tested so leaks or faults can be corrected immediately. The rough-in inspection verifies code compliance and records concealed systems before insulation and wall finishes permanently cover them. Before insulation, crews preserve roof ventilation and complete hidden air sealing where access will soon disappear. Exterior wall cavities are filled completely around surfaces, avoiding gaps and compression that would weaken thermal performance. A deep, continuous roof insulation layer reduces heat loss, while baffles preserve ventilation from eave to ridge. The rim and foundation transitions are insulated and sealed, closing one of the home's most common leakage paths. Targeted acoustic insulation around bedrooms, bathrooms, laundry, and plumbing chases improves privacy and controls equipment noise. The climate-appropriate vapor control layer manages seasonal moisture, while maintaining continuity at seams, edges, and service boxes. Drywall is delivered dry, distributed safely, and sorted by room so the correct board reaches each application. Ceiling boards go up first, with staggered joints and controlled fastening that protects the paper face and concealed surfaces. Wall boards enclose the rooms, with clean openings, staggered seams, and moisture-resistant materials in designated wet areas. Corner reinforcement and embedded tape join individual boards into a continuous surface while protecting vulnerable outside edges. Successive compound coats widen and feather each joint, producing flat walls without building unnecessary thickness. Vacuum sanding and raking light inspection reveals small defects, allowing correction before primer makes them more visible. Primer seals the new drywall, while a second air test confirms enclosure performance before expensive finishes are installed. Finish carpentry establishes stairs, doors, casing, and base details, with precise reveals, alignment, and room-to-room consistency. Cabinets and vanities are leveled, shimmed, joined, and anchored securely while preserving appliance and service clearances. Wet areas receive continuous waterproofing before tile is set, with full mortar coverage, aligned joints, and sealed transitions. Durable finish coats are cut and rolled in sequence, producing consistent color, sheen, coverage, and clean trim lines. After moisture and flatness checks, flooring is installed with staggered joints, movement space, and immediate surface protection. Countertops are templated, supported, joined, and sealed before the backsplash integrates outlets, corners, and cleanable work surfaces. Plumbing trim-out connects efficient fixtures and water heating, followed by flushing, leak checks, drainage tests, and final adjustment. Electrical trim-out adds devices, efficient lighting, and life safety alarms before protected circuits are energized and function tested. Technicians start and commission the heat pump, measuring airflow, temperature, controls, filtration, and condensate performance room by room. Appliances, hardware, accessories, and closet systems complete daily use functions, while anchorage and safety provisions are verified. Final grading, walks, drainage, topsoil, and native planting complete safe access, directing water away from the foundation. Commissioning, final inspection, cleaning, and punch list correction verify that every system is safe, complete, efficient, and ready. From surveyed ground to a commissioned home, prefabrication combines factory precision with skilled site construction, ready for lasting occupancy.